Hey there, everybody. Rhonda Boyle here, and I am a pro and evangelist member of the soar.com platform and with rhondaboyle.com. And I'm excited to be here with you because we're going to talk about what is wrong with your business and how you can fix it. So that's our conversation for today. And Joe Self herself, I want to open up your line because she is our sponsor today. Do you want to say hello to the people?
I'm not up there. Now I'm on. Hello to the people.
Hello to the people. So Joe and I have worked together for, gosh, we've known each other for about 6 or 7 years. And we've worked together on this exact issue. And you've had some fun things happen to you as a result of some of the work. So we've done it repeatedly, and fun things happened in her business. So I'm going to ask you to, in fact, why don't you go ahead and share with everybody? Because we're talking today. Let me break it down for you guys real quick here. I'm going to tell you exactly what's wrong with your business. Everybody ready? In fact, I'm going to go share something with you. Hang on. What's wrong with your business right now is that you're looking at it wrong. And you're focused on the wrong things. And so my training, and especially today, is really based on this principle. I hope everybody can see my slide right here. I am a big fan of the late Dr. Wayne Dyer. And, one of my favorite phrases that he uses or used frequently was, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And the reason that happens is because you're focused on something different, or the way that happens is that you start to focus in a different way, and right in front of you, the resources that you need for your business, they are all right in front of you, but you can't see them right now because you're not focused on them. You're not focused on what you want. And so we're going to be working around that particular issue today so that you can start to get a clearer vision. And I'm going to stop this right now and then ask Joe Self herself to chime in here on some of the things that we've done together.
So giving my testimonial here, the very first thing really that I remember working on with Rhonda was when we did the money mindset piece and working in the spend the money game. Go ask Daddy. When I was working on the spend the money game with her, the first time I joined was the spend the $1 million game, right? It was a 30-day full out thing. And by day 7 or 8, we were getting $1,000 a day. And so I think it was the day I had $7,000 or $8,000. I can't remember. And I said, you know what? My bucket list is to go to Guatemala and go to the kite festival. And so I'm going to buy first class tickets for me and my son. And I'm going to buy first class tickets for my girlfriend and her son from the States. And we're going to meet in Guatemala. And we're going to take this 5-star vacation. We're going to end it by seeing this, awesome kite festival in Guatemala. And it was so funny because, at the time, I will tell you, my annual income that year that we started, I think was only $8,000. I still wasn't at a great point in my business. I wasn't making a lot of money. So the idea of spending $8,000, which at that point was an annual income for me, right? I always had this in my head that, oh, that's just going to be crazy. Oh, I can't do it. And then when I got the first class tickets, I bought 4 first class tickets. And in my head, I went, oh my God, that's only $5,200. And as soon as I heard my head say, that's only $5,200. And I was like, man, I should be making that a month if I was actually working as hard as I want to work, if I'm doing the work that I want to do and at the level that I want to do it. That should be easy. That should be a month's salary. And as soon as I had that, I was like, yep, gift to shift. That was the gift of shift right there. And it really flipped a lot of things. And one of the things it did for me, doing that spend the money game multiple times, one of the things it did for me from a business perspective is it allowed me to see that I was undercharging, to value money better, and to not see it as dirty, but as this great exchange of energy, and that what I was receiving was totally worthy of what I was giving back. And so it helped me reprice, it helped me put up. And honestly, since I've done that, I've had more clients, I've had better clients, I have consistent income, and I have in 3 years tripled my income. So that was a huge one. That's my business story. I've got personal stories too, but that's my business story.
So who wants to triple their income? Type amen in the chat box if that is something that you would like to do. So going back real quick, I want to show you guys, and pardon my slides. As I said, I came home from the hospital at midnight and found that my slides were gone. And so I'm going to just share what I have. But here's a principle that I have in my life, period. And that is, and this is the definition that I like to work with, or really clarify for you, is this is it. You attract into your life and your business whatever you give your attention, your energy, and your focus to, whether positive or negative. So right now, I would suggest to you that you are looking at the negative constantly. You're constantly looking at what's wrong in your business. And guess what happens? Guess what you see? Guess what you get more of? You get more of what you don't want. So what happens is you're creating your business by default because you're not intentional. And so today what we're going to do is we're going to create some intention, and we're going to get clearer around your vision, because that's what I know will help you grow your business. Because it really has to do a lot with this. It has to do with the words that you're using and the thoughts that you're having, and what I like to call the vibes that you're sending out. And that's exactly the results that you're getting. So whatever you have in your life right now, life is really a mirror. So you're getting, and I know that's hard to look at sometimes, but wherever you are in your business right now, and right now is exactly what you have created. Can everybody agree with that? Can we at least start with that, or start with that as a premise? So I'd like to have you say yes, yes, yes in the chat box. Yes, you have created exactly where you are, because you know what? You have to accept that. You have to accept that you created exactly what you have, no matter what it is, and I have no idea how I created my husband with a broken foot right now, but somewhere something happened. Anyway, so here's what I want to start with. Let me go back here and take a look. Here's where I want to go. I want to talk about this. Let me share my screen. Here's what I want to start with. I want to introduce you guys. Some of you may have heard this word, maybe not, but I use the word contrast. Okay, isn't contrast could be a more benign word where you're like, wow, isn't that a little contrast? Meaning that's something that I don't want. All right, so contrast is anything that would be a problem, a complication, a dispute, an obstacle, some kind of trouble you've gotten, whatever's gone wrong in your business. I want to call that contrast instead of a problem, because contrast can have a more neutral feel around it. Can you feel the difference in the word contrast and problem? Who can feel that? Tell me if that is something that you recognize. All right, I'm trying to figure out my screen here. Sorry. Absolutely, Joe. All right, so here's what I would like for you to do. I need you to get out a sheet of paper, because we're going to start doing a little work around the contrast in your business. So what I want you to do, I'm going to take out a sheet of paper, and I'm going to set the timer for about 3 minutes, and I'm going to have you start to jot down everything that's wrong in your business. So grab a sheet of paper. You can put up at the top what's not working, what's wrong. All right. And so this is what we're going to focus on for 3 minutes. I want you to focus. I'm telling you to focus on the negative about your business right now, or the contrast. So let's go for 3 minutes, and I'm going to prompt you every few seconds with some ideas. All right. So let's go. What's wrong with your business? Not enough money? And you can chat these in the chat box. You can put some of these in the chat box. I'd like to see some of them too. So not enough money, not enough clients. Jennifer, excellent. Not enough automation. Yes. So that would be not enough time to get everything done. Kristen is not getting in front of enough people. Lorraine, too many distractions. Not consistent enough. Hello, consistency number 34 for me. Giving away your time for free. Yes. Too many software programs that don't talk to each other. Wow. Exactly. Okay, keep going. What about the people that you're working with now? Are they broke? Not a clear message. Okay, great, Kristen. Hard to compete against larger firms. Wow, okay, good. People pay at inconsistent times, not getting in front of the right people. Not sure what DISC means, Lorraine. Is that another assessment you're talking about? Like a competition? Okay, cool. So competition. Not enough presentations, distractions. Takes too long for companies to sign contracts. Okay. Do you love what you're doing right now? Like, do you love the clients? Which part of the business are you not getting enough of? Like if you're a public speaker, are you not getting enough public speaking? People think they need a resume. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. They do need coaching, don't they? Okay, so that would be people not understanding what you deliver or what they need. So we're talking about what you're not getting and not enough speaking engagements. You feel lazy. Okay, got it, Lorraine. Mm-hmm. Local networking, not a community in your local. You're not part of a community. How about support? What's not working? Feel unorganized, difficult. Okay, great. Being new in your city, Carmita. Full-time job takes up a lot of energy. Yes, okay. So not enough time. Anna, right? Would that be it? Okay, so we're over, but I want you guys to keep going because you seem to have a little more problems. So what other issues do you have going on? Let's see, I've lost you on my screen. Hang on, sorry. There you are, too many distractions. Stress on family because of inconsistent income. Okay, so inconsistent income, stress, got it. So, okay, good. So you guys have got a list of things that are not working. And so really what we've just done in a sense is we've done a brain dump. Like my hope is we've gotten all of that stuff out of your head, right? Anna says it takes a lot of time to build relationships. So there is a level of trust. So I want, Anna, you bring a great point up, okay? So can I just suggest to you that not everybody looks at it that way? Like Joe and I both have woo high. Who else has woo high? Jennifer has woo high. We don't think it takes a lot of time to build relationships, right? So here we go back to what I said at the beginning. Hang on a minute. Let me go back to that slide where if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change, right? So do you see what I mean by that? Let's use, Anna, I hope you don't mind if I use you as an example, but Anna sees that building relationships is hard and it takes a long time. Whereas Jennifer and Joe and I don't believe that at all. So what we want to do for you, Anna, in that particular case is actually change the way you're looking at it. So what would you think about if we could change the way you're looking at that? Would that be a good thing? How would that be for you? So this is what we mean when this is what I mean when I'm talking about changing the way you look at things. Because if you do, the things you look at change. Yes, please change my view. So good. Prioritizing marketing efforts, Woo 34. Right? But you guys see that that's how you look at things, Lorraine. Right? How to use your strengths to get business. Well, here's the first thing. I'm going to say this, Jennifer, that's a great question. What are my strengths? Are you asking? Oh, wait, yes. She said, I hear what you're saying now. She's saying, how would you use your strengths to get business? And yes, that's exactly right. You've got to look at that. You've got to look at it from that perspective, but here's what's more important. You have to be able to see your business. You've got to be able to focus on what you want in your business, what you want for your business. Otherwise, you are building your business by default instead of deliberately building it by intention. Okay, so once you know clearly what your business should look like or what you want for your business, what you want your business to look like, once you see that, then the way to get there unfolds right before you. And the reason it does is because of the way you see everything. I want you to say yes if you agree. Type yes in the chat box if you agree with me, that you have everything you need to grow a successful, profitable business. Do you believe that? Yes, 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 you do. So the question is, what does that look like? Because once you know clearly what that looks like for you, I promise you the things open up and you can suddenly see. And crazy things happen, Joe Self, like you decide you want to go to Mexico and the next thing you know, you're in Mexico, right? So these are things that happen that feel serendipitous or miraculous. And the reality is it's like you're here. Here you are, you're focused on what's wrong. This isn't working, that's not working. This isn't working. Oh my gosh, another client canceled. But then when you look up like this, you suddenly have a clear vision. All of a sudden the landscape changes and resources that you did not see before, all of a sudden you can see. It's pretty amazing when it happens, to see it happens. Okay, yes, she wanted business growing in Mexico. She decided what was not working was her business was not working in Peru. So we asked her what she wanted and she clarified that she wanted to work all over South America. You wound up where else, Joe? Did you go to Brazil? You went somewhere. Remind me. Ecuador. Yes. So here she goes, like within weeks, probably less than 2 weeks, you got that opportunity. And now she's going to Dominican Republic. Joe, do you remember when that deal came through to go to Ecuador was probably less than a week or two after we did our last call, right? I don't even remember, but it was really fast. So that's what I'm saying. When you start to focus on the right things, it's amazing what will happen. So guess what? I'm going to give you guys the trick. It's a trick. And I'm going to tell you what it is. It's a brain trick. Hang on a second. Let me find the right slide. Before we get to the right slide, I want to show you. I want to go back here. Where am I now? Sorry, I'm having trouble here maneuvering my technology. Okay, so here we go. Remember, I said, and we just worked on all the things that are wrong in your business, right? Problems, complications, disputes, what's not working, blah, blah, blah. And here's the secret. Contrast actually leads to clarity. Okay, I want you to think about for a second how the space shuttle, you know, like a rocket ship takes off, right? Well, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but it doesn't aim straight to where they're planning to go. That's why Houston is on the ground, or Cape Canaveral, or wherever they are, right? They are on the ground correcting their trajectory every minute. And that's what contrast allows you to do. Ooh, that's not, nope. Oh, that wasn't it. What do I want? Let's change over here. So do you understand what contrast is there for? It's to show you what is not working so that you can figure out what it is that you really want. And here is the secret, is a question, and it's this one. This one question will change your life, I promise. And I'm going to tell you why. Because questions matter. The quality of the answers that you get in your life depend on the questions you ask. And most of you are asking the wrong questions, which is what is keeping your focus on the wrong things. So that you're asking questions like, why did that not work? And inside your head, your brain says, well, because you're stupid. Well, you don't know enough. Well, I don't even know what thing, you know, all of that tape, that negative tape comes back because you asked a question that was not empowering. Most of you are asking questions that begin with the word how. Oh, how do I do that? I want to bring in I want to create a triple six-figure business. How do I do that? And this is where you get locked up. You get locked up in the how. You get locked up in the doing. You get locked up in the mechanics. Say yes if you agree. If you know that that's what happens to you. So this question will help change things. When you have contrast in your life, when you have a problem, and you just ask the question, what do I want? Then that's how you change your brain. It literally, here's the neuroscience, just the backing for this, which they've done on brain study, is that from a neurological standpoint, when you ask a question, it must be answered, okay? It must be answered. You cannot not answer the question if you really want to know the answer, okay? And the answer will come immediately. So let me give you an example of what I'm talking about, okay? What is your favorite color? Type it in the chat box. What's your favorite color? Okay, awesome. How hard was that? How quickly did that come to you? Let me ask you another question. What did you have for dinner last night? Tapas? I want what you're having, Carmita. Popcorn. Kristen, we need to have a conversation. The mama in me says that is not nutritionally sound. Sushi. Okay. Do you see? Listen, everything that you need to know to build your business is already in your mind somewhere, or it's accessible. It's accessible, but you have to ask the right question. All right. And do you see how fast the answers come? Your brain cannot not answer a question if you ask it and you want to know the answer. Now, here's a question that I can answer that I don't really want to know the answer to for myself. How can I solve, how can I cure cancer? Like, I want cancer to be cured, you know, but what I see in my mind's eye is I'm not going to do it. I don't believe I can do that because I'm not interested in it. It reminds me of being, you know, what comes to mind for me would be a lab coat and being stuck away, you know, So to me, that's not what I want to do. So I really don't want to know the answer to that. Does that make sense? So it has to be something that you really want. And so your brain will start looking for the answers. Your brain will start looking for the answers if you ask this question, what do I want? Or what will it take to? If you start it with what instead of how. Or here's another one that's really bad. Why? Why is this not working? And that again is where you come in with all of the stuff, you know, you heard from when you were a kid. So here's what I want to do next. I want you to, hang on, let me stop the share here because I need to go back and find the right slide. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Let me just show you this slide. Here's the truth of the matter. This is what I'm talking about. Knowing what you want is the only way you get to deliberately create your business. Does that make sense? Say yes if it makes sense. That the only way you get to create your business is if you do it deliberately. Otherwise, you're creating it by default, which is what most of you are doing. Because it's what we do. We forget how powerful we are. Now, here's what I want to do. We're going to start with, okay, so here's what I need you to do. Let me go back up to the right slide here. Here we go. Okay, so I want to talk about what you want. I want you to look at the list that we created a few minutes ago about what's wrong with your business. And I want you to ask the question. We're going to take about 3 minutes here. And everywhere you put that something was wrong, I want you to ask the question, what do I want? And I want you to put the answer there. I don't care what it is. And it doesn't have to be complicated. Let's go back and look at some of these. I don't have enough money. What do you want? Be specific. Okay, Anna, is this for your business? Anna says she wants a life of travel and connection. So we're talking about what's wrong with your business and what did that fix? Okay, so what was it? You're stuck somewhere and what you want is this. It's got to be a what's wrong, contrast, what do I want, and then the answer. Let me go look up here and see what some of you guys said. Okay. Not enough automation. Okay, so Jennifer, what do you want? Clearly you want automation. But what, you know, like, what do you want? Do you want email automation? Do you want video automation? Do you want training automation? What do you want? Okay, so Lorraine, I see somebody has typed something, but I'm looking up at the answers. So several of you said too many distractions. Joe, you said not quite consistent enough. So is that, so what do you want? You know, you want to be distraction free, clearly. So what does that look like? That's my question. Does that look like having set hours that you can use, you know, that you work without interruption, uninterrupted time? That's what you want. I'm guessing. I mean, I'm giving you some ideas. Kristen, not getting in front of enough people. Okay, so what does that mean? What do you want? In other words, what is enough people? And besides, it's not really getting in front of enough people, is it? It's getting in front of the right people. And you're giving away your time for free. So what do you want? I want to be paid well for the work that I do. Kristen, not a clear message. I want my message to be clear and concise. Lorraine, it's hard to compete against larger firms. So what do you want? Consistent. All right, I'm reading down here now from you guys. I want the details of scheduling, billing to be automated and efficient. Good. So you can focus on one. So, okay, so you've got really two desires there, Jennifer. All right. So if you take the word efficient and put a period, take out the word so that, and then, change that second half and just put, I want more one-on-one coaching time, because that's really what you want. Joe wants to be in front of more people. Okay. Anna, I'm stuck where I am. Anna, you're never stuck. I'm gonna kick you in a minute because I love you. You guys are never stuck. You are you are asking questions that are disempowering. It's, again, it goes back to the questions in your life. What do you want? I want cash. I want energy. I want an empowering business. All right, let me see. Did I answer? Who's got something that I haven't touched on? I'm looking over here. Anna, it takes a lot of time to build relationships, so there is a level of trust. What do you want? You want trusting relationships, or you want ease in building trusting relationships, right? Okay, please change my view. Did I change your view? Kristen, feeling unorganized. So what do you want? Joe, what do you want with your difficulty with local networking? What do you want? And speaking engagements, those of you, what do you want? You want more speaking engagements. Okay, let me go down and see what you guys are saying. Yes, I have changed her view. You want to develop passive income streams. Okay, yes. I feel stuck as I made a commitment for the next 6 months and my adaptability is wondering why. Okay, let's see. So I mentioned I wanted to be in front of more people. Yes. I want a simple CRM system that handles my business. You guys, look, you're getting clear, aren't you? Do you understand how you're changing the way you're looking at things? Because before you were complaining, like, this CRM doesn't work, I don't have it, it's all broken. My automation doesn't work. And guess what? You're going to get more broken automation unless and until you stop looking there and start looking here on that creative side of your business. All right, so here's how we're going to do it. I have to unshare. Hang on, because I have to go. I don't know what happened to my slides the other day. From last night. All right, hang on just a second. Here's what I want to do. I want to talk quickly about affirmations for a second. Okay. Most of you, how many of you have heard of, how many of you even use affirmations in your business? Who uses affirmations now? Okay. So I want to share a problem with affirmations, a problem that I see in the work that I do with affirmations. Okay. Has anybody read the book by T. Harv Eker called Millionaire Mind? Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, I believe is the name of the book. And in the book, at the end of each chapter, he has you point to your mind and point to your head and say, I have a millionaire mindset, or I am a millionaire, right? If you say as an affirmation, I am a millionaire, or I am making a six-figure income, or I am making whatever, or I am receiving more clients than I can handle. If you say affirmations like that and they are not true, you cannot get away with it, because it creates a hard stop in your brain. Your brain will eventually call BS on it. That's just the truth, right? So do you know what I'm saying? You can't say I am a millionaire for very long. If you want to be one, a millionaire, you can't say it for long if it's not true, because your brain will start to object. And it will sound literally like this. I am a millionaire. No, you're not. Like, you'll start to hear the voice in your head calling you out on it. All right. So what I like to do when I'm working with goals and vision work with people is I use wait a minute, I'm trying to share my screen and I forgot to hit the button. So I like to use the phrase, I'm in the process of allowing and attracting my ideal client. I'm in the process of allowing and creating my ideal business. So when you refer to the words, I'm in the process of, it's true, because you're always in the process of. So that would be a better phrase to say instead of I am, you add in the process of. Because it keeps your brain and your mind in check. It's like, okay, we are in the process. We are in the process of creating and attracting more speaking engagements. So I want to start, we're going to create some vision statements, and we're going to start off, I'm in the process of, I want you to pick one thing on your list. One thing on the list of contrast, what do you want? Clarity, the thing you want. And we're going to create a statement about that one thing. So I need to know that everybody has that. So say you have the one thing in the chat. Say, yes, I have one thing, or yes, you have one thing. And I want you to write it like this exactly. I'm in the process of, and you can say attracting and allowing, or you can say creating. I like the word creating. I'm in the process of creating my ideal business. Let's start there. Okay. So I'm in the process of creating my ideal business. Now, here's where I want to go next. I want you to use what I call vision statement phrases or desire statement phrases. And I want you to start to think about what it is you love, or you are excited about, or it makes sense to you. Some of you are thinkers, so you're going to use different words. I want you to write these phrases down. Pick one of them. Who can I work with here? Somebody said, first one up says they want some help with this, and I'm going to show you how we're going to work through it. Okay, Anna, you're first. Where'd she go? I'm trying to find you because I'm going to open up. Let me unmute you and start your video. Okay, you're unmuted, I think. There you are.
Hi.
Okay. Okay, so what are you in? You're in the process of creating what?
I am in the process of creating my business of retreats, coaching, and connection that allows me to travel and conduct business from wherever I am.
Okay. So let's keep the because out.
Okay.
All right. We're just creating this. We got to get this down as the simplest way that we can. All right. So
Okay.
I'm in the process of creating my ideal business of retreats, coaching, and connection. Actually, it's retreats. All right. Let's do this.
All right.
I'm in the process. Y'all see how we have to create it on the fly. I mean, it takes effort we don't always get it right the first time. I'm in the process of creating my ideal retreat business.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so here's how we would start. I'm in the process of creating my ideal retreat business. I love the idea of what? What do you love about that?
I love the idea of connecting mostly women to their dreams and desires and giving them the power, or not giving them, sorry, and helping them discover the power they have within themselves.
Okay, I love the idea of connecting women to their dreams and desires and helping them discover the power they have within themselves. Do you love that?
I love that.
Okay, so what else? What are you excited about that?
To connect on a deep level with all of these women, all these people. Just, I have actually done this all of my life on a volunteer friend basis. My adaptability allows me to look at your dream and your specific ideas behind what that is and help you and support you to get to that goal.
Okay, so let's keep working on this statement because we want to keep it about what you love and what you're excited about.
Okay.
Because when we do that, we're bypassing your brain's gate. Like your brain has a gate that will not let things through if you don't think you can do them. So what we want to do is we want to create for you the vision of the retreats so that you can actually see them. Okay, so what do you love about the thought of, I love the thought of these retreats. What?
Bringing people together.
Okay. Why?
In a supportive environment.
In a supportive environment.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what do you love? Like, can you see when you're thinking this way? All right. I want you to just kind of close your eyes for just a second. Okay. I'm going to read you what we have so far, and I want you to tell me what you see at the end. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Anna, I am in the process of creating my ideal retreat business. I love the idea of connecting women to their dreams and desires and helping them discover the power they have within themselves. I'm excited about connecting on a deeper level with these women. I love the thought of these retreats bringing people together in a supportive environment.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what you see.
I see women chatting, laughing, happy, maybe over a glass of wine, just really feeling empowered by the end of a retreat. I'm excited about the idea that this will continue beyond the retreat, that our relationship will continue to flourish, and that they can count on me whenever they need to brainstorm or cry on a shoulder or run an idea past me.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I
Can
can.
you feel it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so is that a better place for you to be than being stuck somewhere?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so here's your challenge. It's creating a statement, and I'm going to work with you next, Kristen. Hang on. It's now go back up in the chat box and capture some of those things that I wrote.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. And so you have an opportunity now to really flesh this out.
I do. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Now, some funny things are going to happen. Like you're going to suddenly see retreats everywhere. You know, like, but real practical opportunities are probably going to come to you.
Well, this is going to be my first one in November. In this I picked the flyer up yesterday.
So that's the one you're going to, or the one you're creating?
I'm going to create this in November.
Okay. I love the idea of, so this is where I'm in the process of creating. I'm in the process of creating this retreat, my first retreat by November, and be a little more specific by, you know.
Yeah, I have the dates somewhere in my calendar.
Say again?
I have the dates somewhere in my calendar. I'll see if I can't show you people where. So this is the view from my office.
Wow, that's beautiful.
This home I can't sit in 3 or 4 months of the year is in a remote location, and it's 5 kilometers from this resort. So
wow, good.
I'm back here sometime in November, the second weekend in November. Yeah.
Okay.
So
now you have a plan.
Yes.
You know why? Because you're not looking at being stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Now you get to start focusing on what is exciting about the retreats. If you will stay there, and every time you start to think about what you're stuck in and you ask, what do I want? Which is the most powerful question you can ask. You will switch your mind over, and then switch your mind over to this statement of what you want. You will be re-energized, and you will continue to work on the retreat.
Thank you. Actually, this call has changed my energy from really like, oh my God, something crazy happened in my family this week, so that didn't help. But my energies just went since this call.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. All right, let me go here and work with Kristen. Let me just go pull her stuff here and put it down here so I see it. Kristen, this is fabulous. Look at you. Here's what she has so far. Let's see. Okay, so she says, okay, Kristen, Anna, thank you. Let me, I'm going to mute you. Kristen, where are you? Let me find you. I can't find you.
I'm muted.
Kristen, unmute. Oh, your camera doesn't work. Okay, so your issue was that your message was unclear. Yeah? Is that where you
Correct.
were? Okay,
Yeah.
So here's what you want. And you are in the process of developing, because it's not developed yet, right? But you are in the process of it. You are in the process of developing an empowering message that compels others to seek you out, to speak and work with their teams. I love that. I love the idea of connecting with teams so they can learn to work well together. I love seeing teams work through problems without conflict and understand that we need each other to thrive. Exactly. So tell me more about this message. What's not working about your message right now?
I don't think that I've been clear in who I've been wanting to work with. So obviously then I don't have a clear message. So
Correct.
When I'm working with corporate groups, what I was really good at and what I thrived at is helping people get along and move towards a goal that in a way that we all, okay, that makes sense. Yes, I'm not excited about something. Why are you not excited about it? Well, because of this conflict and this conflict. So I was very easily able to get people to go, okay, well, let's talk about that then, right? So arranger, activator, harmony, individualization, huge on my list. So you can see why that excites me to make that happen. So I love working with those groups, and I think for people to see my vision and say, yes, come and work with my team, they have to understand what that looks like. And we all know, typically it was marketing, operations, and sales. We all know that typically those groups do not get along or play well in the sandbox all the time. So I think that because of my background, I could easily paint that picture and give very clear ideas and stories that back that up so that other people go, oh yeah, we deal with that.
Who are you working with now? So you're not working with enough teams, is that it?
Right, because what I've been doing, pardon me, for the last 2 years is working with high school and college students, helping them figure out a career using our strengths. So, and I still want to do some of that work, but what I'd like to do is do more work with corporations, because number one, that's truly where the money is. And number two, that's my background, so it fits well together. So remember last week we talked about taking that Gen Z group and trying to bridge that gap so that I can still work with both groups, but it makes sense why I'm working with both groups.
Okay. So you're clearly now working with teams with millennials and Gen Z. Is that where you're?
Correct. And really it's Gen Z at this point, because it's that group that's either going into college or they just got out of college and their parents are calling me and saying, get them off my couch because they're not working.
But those aren't teams.
They're not team. So one of the things that I've been playing with another coach who's coaching me is possibly doing this where I'm still working with the parents of these teens, right? I have a workshop where we come together, the parents and the teen, one of the parents and the teen comes to this workshop. If they want to have me on their own, they can pay for an upcharge. And by the way, if you work with companies and you have these struggles within companies, basically the teen, the price or the work that I'm doing with your teen is free to get into these team situations with companies. So it's really introducing the parents to the strengths as well. And most of these people that I'm dealing with, because they are upper end income earners or within their family at least, that they are working at companies and have these struggles within their companies.
All right. So let me just offer you something, because she has noticed that she hears practicality, but not passion in what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
And Jennifer is saying you don't have to make it free. And I would agree. And so here's the issue. You're already stuck in the how.
Say it in a different way.
You are stuck in the how.
Okay.
You've already figured out how to do something. You're already locked in here on how you're going to do it, instead of continuing to focus on what you want. It doesn't matter how you get to the teams, if you get to the teams that you want to work with. Because right now you're locking yourself into doing free with Gen Z in the hopes that you can attract their parents to pay you, in the hopes that the parents are going to get you to the team. Do you see what you're creating by doing it that way?
I do. Yes.
Because you've already gotten locked into how. And that's not where you want to be. That's not where I want you.
Okay.
Because I want you to be completely clear about the teams that you want to work with. And here's the other thing that I also want you to do, and I typed it up there. I love bringing harmony to teams that are dysfunctional, because that's what I heard you say. And you listed your top 5, and harmony is one of them. So you were talking about what you bring This is where you get to say, I love the idea of bringing my harmonious energy or whatever. You guys can add another statement like that. I love the idea of bringing me to that team. That's what you want. Kristen, are you seeing what you really want?
Yep.
And you're seeing how you're all locked up in this Gen Z mom parents trying to get there. You're not, you keep shifting, your brain keeps shifting away from what you want to how you're going to get it. And that's where people get stuck. They get stuck in the how. And they start using phrases like, I'm stuck, or I can't find anybody to pay me, or I love nonprofits, but they don't pay. You see, that's where you get stuck in the how. You're trying to figure out how to do this instead of focusing on the this. Once you create a statement, create a vision statement that is so compelling that it energizes you, all of a sudden you start to see new ways to get to those teams. Huh? Your message becomes clear. Your message becomes so clear about the work you do with teams, and these Gen Zers, I mean, they'll start to, the free stuff you're doing will start to fall by the wayside, because you will understand your value of what you bring and what the teams look like and what is your relationship. I love the idea of working with the manager and then helping the manager teach their team or whatever it is. What do you love about that? That's what I'm trying to tap into, you guys. I'm trying to tap into the emotion of what it is about the business for you. What lights you up about the business for you?
Yeah, so go back to the statements that I wrote. I think I was there in the beginning, and then I got my arranger activator that pulled me in to how.
You were completely there. You were completely there until you started talking about what's wrong again. You see, you started talking about how you were going to get there.
Yep.
And Joe was like, within a second, nope. Your practicality of how you were going to do it got all up in there. And this is where Jennifer's like, you don't have to do that free. Yeah, those parents can pay because they value it. So do you understand what you were doing in your mind? If you can imagine your mind split in half, this is the half that you're focused on what's wrong and what's not working and the how you're going to get there. And then this part of it is what you dream about and visualize. You've got to stay over here in that vision. That's what will bring the resources to you. That's what caused a job within a week for Joe to go to Ecuador, because she stayed in the side of her brain that was creative.
Yeah. No, I'm hearing it. I'm hearing you.
You guys, and this taps into my belief and that is that I believe that we are made in the image and likeness of, for me, that's God, higher power, whatever. It's spirit, energy, whatever you use. So for me, image, think about that word image. What's it the root word of? You were given an imagination to create with, just like the creator who created you. And if you will stay inside of that imaginative area, you will grow your business beyond belief, beyond what you believe you can do. Because you don't even believe you can do that right now. But you can if you create it in your imagination. That's where we're playing. When I shift you from what's not working and I ask you, what do you want? And you say, well, I want this and I want that and I want this. And it's clean about what you want. And you don't start dragging Gen Z and the parents and all that in. You're creating from nothing. And what we try to do is we bring in, and Anna did it too, when she said, that she wanted to do something because you don't need the because. You just need to focus on what it is that you want. So, Kristen, does that make sense? And are you more clear on staying with your team? Because that's where I want you to stay.
Yes.
Is on the vision of what you want with your team. Because quite frankly, Kristen, if I handed you a team tomorrow and it didn't come through the path of Gen Z to the parents, are you going to turn it down?
No.
No, of course not. Okay, so Lorraine, so thank you for working with me on that, Kristen. I'm gonna mute you out, and I'm gonna ask Lorraine to come on for a sec. Where are you? Lorraine, can you open up? Unmute. This is design thinking.
Hello.
Yes.
Where you start with the ideal state, and instead of trying to figure out how to get from where you are to where you want to be, design around where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of the steps become unnecessary that you would have come up with.
Exactly. And it's because you can see. You see differently when you stay in that all of a sudden the landscape changes, right? Think about when you're focused on what you don't want, you think about this. How many of you have lost your keys, right? And you're running around the house and you're like, where are my keys? I can't find my keys. And you're all locked into finding your keys. And then somebody's like, they are right there in your hand. You could not see them because you were not focused on them, right? You weren't focused on them in the right way. So we blind ourselves in this way. Jennifer's asking where you got the concept of design thinking.
So I learned about that in when I did my schoolwork on organizational dynamics.
Mm-hmm.
So it's systems and design thinking. So there are a lot of, there's a company called, what's it called? IDEO out in California that does a lot with design thinking. If you look up their website, they'd have a lot of information about it.
They need to hire me. I have ideation number one. Like, am I designing new stuff and creating all the time? I am. All right. Now, Lorraine, did you create your statement already?
Yep, it's up. I posted it a little while ago.
Okay, so I'm in the process of creating my ideal business where my income matches. No, that won't work, and I want to tell you why. All right, everybody, I'm going to cut and paste this and use it as a, do you mind? I mean, we're good. Right?
No.
Yeah, we are. Okay, I'm in the process of, I want to use this as an example of something we do all the time. Okay. And again, this is just a quick training and I'm not able to go in real deep for you guys, but here's where you have put in, here's your statement. I'm in the process of creating my ideal business where my income matches what my full-time income was. Okay. So first of all, your brain doesn't really know what that means. And you're bringing the past in.
Okay. Well, I have a number on my paper. I just didn't.
Well, yeah. So in the statement, you want it to, and here's another thing, you guys, money does not typically compute in your brain, in your mind, like the dollars and cents. That's over here on this side of your brain. It's in the reptilian survival, get it done side of your brain. It's not in the creative side of your brain. Abundance lives in the creative side of your brain. So what can you feel your ideal business being abundant in the way that your former job was?
Right. I mean, and specifically it would be where we can live comfortably without financial worry and my husband can retire. Okay.
So we don't want to bring financial worry into it either, right? So we want to always speak in the positive, abundant way. So it would be something like, I'm in the process of creating my ideal business where my income far exceeds my expenses. Do y'all see the difference in that? Who sees the difference? Yeah. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all this. Words absolutely matter when it comes to your mind. It matters. All right, here's another one. Here's another mistake that we make, okay? Your second part of your statement is, I am excited about being well known, not because I want the attention, but because I created something that people want and value. So when you put in the not, N-O-T, your brain stops at those types of words. You know, there's don't, not, no. It becomes a stop. Because is another one that stops things. Okay, so this statement, here's where I would go with that. I'm excited about being recognized for what I have created that my ideal clients want and value. I'm excited. I'm making it up on the fly, y'all. Hashtag activator. Have heard that hope also. Hope is negative to the mind. I don't think hope is negative to the mind. I believe hope is not a strategy, however. Right? So we're not going to say things like, I hope I have my ideal business, because that is, it's not going to move you forward. So it's it's not an empowering way of looking at it. Okay, so let's go back to Lorraine. I'm excited about being well known because of, it needs to be, I don't even like the word because. I don't want the word because in there. I'm sorry.
So you said for what I created.
Yes. No. I'm excited about being well known as a result of what? Not because, not but. Okay, so take those words out. Let me see another one. All right, Lorraine, does that make sense? So go try again and then post something, for me to see.
Okay.
So, all right, hang on. Let me see who else is here. Jennifer, let me find yours. Changing contract. Great. Okay, good. Did I see yours in here, Jennifer?
Oh, be quiet. Okay.
Are you open? Did you open your line? I don't know where I thought I saw yours, Jennifer. Are you here? She may have had to head out. Where are you? Yes, you're here. Okay, you want to open up your line and let me hear your statement.
Can you hear me?
I can. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I think I have it written there somewhere, but I'm in the process of automating the details of my business so I can focus on calls and video and coaching. So
okay, so period. Nope. Take all that out.
I'm in the process of automating the details of my business.
Mm-hmm. Period.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You put, right? What did you put in there? Tell me again.
So that the why, because, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what if there's dozens of reasons why you want to automate your business,
mm-hmm.
right? Not just that one. So you're limiting, in some sense,
mm-hmm.
the opportunity by putting in that so that or but then or whatever. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what do you love about that idea? Let me hear the next part of that.
It makes it easy for people to reach me. They know when I can talk to them and they can have their needs met sooner because they're usually reaching out when they're frustrated or in crisis. And so I want to be there to meet their needs as quickly as I can.
Okay. So take all the because out, anything that you said because, remove.
Mm-hmm.
Because that really kind of goes into the bigger, a different part of your business, right? Tell me what the because was. Tell me again.
It's my relator, communicator. I want to get to that part as soon as we can.
Yeah. So it goes back to, I love the idea of people being able to reach me easily. It makes me happy to know that I'm available quickly for clients in crisis.
Yep. But it also has to be at times that work for me. And so, right, I have to say the problem so I can say the solution. So I just signed up for LinkedIn ProFinder, and there's people coming all the time. And I'm feeling like pressure on vacation to get back to them quickly so that they know what I do, so that they can work with me. And then, but there's too many steps. So I want it to be really easy for someone to say, I need help with this. And I say, this is the way I help people. If you're interested, click here and you have a time on my calendar. And that just happens seamlessly. But I also need them to know what I do so that they don't sign up for things that I don't do. It's just too much of a waste of time. That was a lot of words, but I want the clients I want to work with to get on my calendar easily. So there's
regarding the automation, we want to say something like
qualified clients.
Yes. I love the idea of my clients being pre-qualified.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about knowing that my systems work efficiently and bring me my ideal clients. I am recording, so you're going to be able to go back and hear these.
There you go. I wrote it down.
Okay, so does that make sense? I'm excited about my clients. So I love the idea of getting clear on exactly my exact offerings and having them quickly automated.
Yeah.
I love the idea of automation being easy.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Don't you love the idea of that?
I love the idea of automation being easy. And
I love knowing that in my ideal automation situation, I have the support I need constantly around me.
I love the idea of having the flexibility to work with different organizations and clients, but that's the problem defined in like SOAR uses one platform and LinkedIn uses another one, and the 2 universities I work with use other ones, and then I have a different one for my business. So I actually have 5 scheduling programs right now, all going onto my Outlook calendar, but only half of them work well with Outlook. So I love the idea of that being simpler, but I don't know how to do it.
I love the idea of finding the solutions to automate. I'm thinking out loud, y'all. I don't always get it right. But that's where I want you to love the idea of being able to solve that automation issue.
Yes.
Right? So I love the idea.
It's just scheduling.
Say again.
It's just mostly scheduling.
I love the idea of having my scheduling seamless. Don't you love the idea of that?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I want you to focus on. I don't know how it's going to come about. I have no idea, and you don't either. And as soon as you start stepping into fretting about the how, is when it starts getting complicated. Now, you have to think about the how at some point, but it will come to you as, wow, here's how it happens. You know what? Somebody just popped into my head. Maybe they can help me. And you send a note off, and all of a sudden they're like, oh my gosh, Jennifer, have you heard of whatever it is? You know, this is, and y'all know new automation solutions are coming out like daily. I have
Yeah.
AppSumo, and I get 5 times a week something from them, you know? So the solutions are out there.
Yeah.
And here's where I want you to think about where I want you to go. And I want you to think about too, Jennifer, is think about the rocket ship. You know, you're ready to blast off with your automation, and it's going to go like this, right? You're going to do something and you're going to go, oh, that's not what I wanted. What do I want? I wanted this. And you're going to be able to find those solutions as they come up, right?
Mhm.
If you stay focused on what it is that you want, and what you want is seamless automation.
Yeah.
It is easy and that works efficiently and so forth. So you understand what you're doing. You're going to be building this statement and fleshing it out so that it becomes something that you see so clearly. You can see it. Listen, if you guys get good at this, where you literally see what you want is the picture to come into your head, into your mind's eye. You want to literally be able to see it in your imagination. And when you get there and you feel that it is true and believable for you, then the resources, just, you start to see them, because this is how your mind works. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. So I am picturing my calendar, and things are coming in from lots of different places, but it's all arriving in one calendar without me having to put it there. That's what I am imagining.
I love the idea of that, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, so I love the idea of my calendar being full. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And I
Being
didn't have to put it there. Yes.
Being efficient. Well, you know, you're going to have to do some of this how.
But right
it's
now
gonna
I'm
be
transferring
inspired.
it from one place to another, and I need to focus on the ones that will automatically show up. Some of them do automatically show up, but others of them don't. So
Right. Yeah.
So
Well,
I can picture it.
So I want to, you know, when you guys are finished, you guys have, I want you to feel free to send me your desires, your vision statement. And then I'll point out, you know, oh, that's not, like I'm doing here. I'm happy to do that. Because we really only have time to work with one more person. And if somebody's got something they want to do, Jennifer, are you good?
Yep, thank you.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So I muted you. Who wants to come on? We'll do one more. Who's ready? Okay, now, are y'all serious? I'm really good at this. You need to give me one of your things to work on. Yes, I love that, Jennifer. Okay. You know what? I'm going to, Carmita, come on out and play. She's going to play.
Okay. This is what I wrote.
Okay.
I'm in the process of creating my ideal consulting and coaching business. I'm excited about the idea of co-creating successful organizations where everybody is happy to work in and with.
Okay, hang on, because I want to write it down. I'm excited about the idea of co-creating
successful organizations where everybody is happy to work in and with. I am excited about being recognized for being a consultant and coach who changes lives and organizations with love and ease.
Okay, who changes lives inside organizations with love and ease. I love that. Okay, keep going.
Well, that was the main statement I did.
Okay, I love the idea of co-creating with successful organizations where everyone is happy to work in and with. I'm excited about being recognized for being a coach who changes lives inside organizations with love and ease. Isn't that inspiring?
Yeah, for me it is.
Do you feel your energy lift in that?
Yep.
Okay, so what we get to do is just flesh out more of that. So what does that look like when you're inside of an organization? Where do you see yourself?
Well, I see myself like talking with the managers and also working with the people, the team that they have. So I see myself like helping them to have a clear vision of where they want to go, both with their life and with their businesses, and how they in the team see how each of them is contributing to that vision, but also how that process is helping them to achieve their own personal vision. That's the coaching and consulting business I am in the process of creating.
Okay, so do you see yourself standing? I mean, where are you? Are you in the front of the room?
In many cases, yes. When I see myself, I'm in the front of a room. I'm working with working with groups, and also I'm having meetings with the managers, and we are discussing things and doing like something like vision boards or brainstorming boards where we are working.
What are your talents?
My talents are input, connectedness, relatedness,
Relator.
belief, and I forgot one. I have them somewhere around here. But input is the first one. And then, here it is. Input activator, yeah, that's the second one. Connectedness, relator, and belief. Those are my first 5.
Okay, good. So here's something else I want you guys, did you guys see, now we could see you weren't looking at yourself, Carmita, but did everybody see how cute she was describing what she was doing? Like physically, she was there.
Yeah.
I don't know about the rest of you. I have Holy Ghost bumps. Like, look.
Oh my God.
Because I feel that energy. It's all about, seeing and feeling what it is that you want in your business. And it was delightful because we could see you see. Look at you. You just all smiley, right? Now, here's something else I want to give you guys another trick, okay? I said before that words matter, and they do. And you guys know this, that you have words that matter to you. So for input, Carmita, one of your words is probably resource. Okay, type in a couple of your words that you love. Don't you love the word resource or resources? Come out and play. Unmute. Problem solving. Okay, so I'm going to unmute you. I'm trying to unmute you. Okay, there you are. All right, so you love problem solving. I love the idea, and I like to stay away from problems, remember? Contrast, how about if you bring solutions?
Yeah, I love the idea.
Knowing. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, we want to hear it.
Okay, I love the idea of bringing solutions to people or to businesses that want to achieve a certain point, but don't know how to go there.
Okay, well, we don't want to put that last point.
Yeah, I know that there are some words there that are negative, so
that's okay. That's all right. That's okay. You're learning through the process, and it's so easy to slip this in as part of our language, right? The way we process. So I want you to use the word solution instead of problem, just because of the negative connotations around, the negative energy around that word problem for most people. Those of you who have restorative high would not agree with me, and that's okay. So anyway, And Lorraine says she's ready to sign up for one of your workshops. Exactly. Okay, so let's see, where are we going? I want to talk again real quickly about the words, all right? So words like solutions. I love the idea of bringing solutions to the teams that I work with. It makes activator, right, is all about action. It makes me happy to believe that in my ideal work that I do with teams, that I'm able to shift them into action. Do you see how I'm working in her words to the statements? And that's another strategy that you can use in creating these phrases. All right, so another word for you would be community. Maybe, perhaps. Another one would be like using words like authenticity, transparency, depth. I love knowing that in my ideal teamwork, there's depth and authenticity in our relationships. Does that inspire you? Right? It does. So you guys want to use your words. Give me some other words so that I can put them in. You guys type out a couple of words that your talent, so I can give another example. Belief, you would want to use the words like purpose. I love knowing that my purpose and mission is to change the dynamics of teamwork. Strategic. What are your words, Joe? I love the idea of being able to develop strategy and options and new options, creative options for the people that I work with. Adaptability. I love knowing that in my ideal business, I have the flexibility to adapt to the needs of the people around me. This is how you could add a statement in there. Responsibility. Responsibility. Give me some of your favorite words around responsibility. It's my number 28. Like, I don't have any of that. Responsibility, order, advocate, servant, responsible. I'm excited about being responsible for taking people through a process that helps them grow. It can be as simple as that. You see how we want to weave in your words and the way you think about things into some of your statements. Okay, individualization, you love to customize. And so I love creating retreats that are customized for the people that are attending. I love knowing that in my ideal business, I maximize opportunities that create something, something. Y'all, I'm making it up, can you tell? And that's how we do this. But listen, this is what it requires of you. It requires of you that you spend time thinking about this. So the process is always the same. It's go from contrast, asking what do I want, to get to clarity. Okay. Oh, I put contract. Let me redo that. Contrast. What do I want? Clarity. And once you're there, once you get good at writing these things down, I love knowing that my ideal client, I love the idea of, I'm excited about, I love the thought of, it makes me happy to think about. And you build those types of phrases in. Once you get the hang of it, once you write, and I'm going to give you I'll tell you that once you write 25 of these statements, and you can write them on everything that you talked about today that's frustrating, because some of you are weaving, you're not fleshing out and you're long enough. But once you do about 25 of these, where you create these vision statements that keep you here in your imagination, that really flesh all of that out, you don't write them anymore. Like, I don't write these anymore. I'm going to be transparent with you because I'm so good at it now. When I find contrast in my life, what do I want? I want this. Gosh, I really love the idea of that. Makes me happy to think about. I love thinking about whatever. So I can do this. You will get good at it if you'll stick with it and you'll keep doing it. So here's my offer to each of you, because we're out of time. But let me open it up for questions. Who's got questions? I'm going to open up. I'm going to stop the share. And let me open up with everybody. I got to go manage y'all. Okay, I opened up the line.
The doctor doesn't want to be there.
Can everybody hear me?
Anne said that as well. She said, the doctor might not show up till
Hang
11 or
on.
12.
Somebody's got a doctor's office meeting going. So I'm going to mute you guys. How about opening up the line? Joe, how about you open it up for a sec?
Coming. Sorry, just trying to get there.
That's okay.
I was in the chat. And I'm on my phone.
No worries. So what have you created? And do you agree that this gets easier once you start thinking this way?
No, it absolutely gets easier. I always have talked about how, what I love about this is how you pull strengths into it so we can see where our natural blocks are in, these abundance statements and law of attraction type statements, because our talents, our strengths do affect that. And for me, it's often my strategic and activator, number one, and number two is like, if I can't even see how to get to the end goal, I freeze. And if I can see it, my activator wants to do it and do it now. And so that patience piece and that how piece can really be the little bit of a devil on my shoulder. And the game changer for me, I wrote it in the chat. I don't know if anybody saw it or not, but I wrote in the chat, my game changer was I'm in the process of. Because I had always learned law of attraction with the I am, I have, I do. And my strategist said, no, you don't.
Liar, pants on fire.
Exactly. And so that I'm in the process of was a huge, huge game changer for me. And my word for this year is allow. And part of that is about turning down the volume on my strategic so that my strategic can see the end goal. My strategic can see the possibility, that I allow myself to feel how exciting that is. And while my strategic will still dabble in potentially finding the right partnership or having a networking conversation or doing something in the process, I don't worry so much about the details of the how. I actively participate in the process, but I'm not married to only one way to get somewhere. Mm-hmm. So I look at the good side of it, not the bad side.
Yeah, that's a huge issue. And this is where some of you really are weaving those hows into your the things you're thinking about your business. And it takes time, and it takes work. And that's why I'm saying, if you guys will send me, just in a Google document or something, send me through email. You guys can reach me at, I'll give you my soar.com, Rhonda Boyle. If y'all will go there and send me your sheet or your statement that you've worked on, and I will take a look at it and then give you a few things to think about. Hey, Wendy New, come say hey.
Hi.
How's it going for you today?
I love this. I've been busy writing. I do have an input strength. So for me, it is really about freedom to create and choose how to use words in a way that's impactful. And I cannot wait to sit down and spend more time doing this.
I can't wait to hear what you guys create, because just from this call, something will happen within 24 hours and you'll go, oh, she said it would happen. She said that. You'll be reminded of this call and this vision that you put in your head right now. If I got you to that place, if you were able to get there into your imagination, you'll see something that will relate, because your vision changes. Again, you're moving from here to here. You're suddenly seeing things slightly differently. So I'm excited for you, and you're going to send me something, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Good, good. All right, let me hear. Michael, let me hear from you, please, sir. I just met you yesterday, sort of, on the evangelist call. Are you going to come say hey? I'm calling for Michael. Thanks, Lorraine. We'll see you later.
Hey,
Michael?
This is Michael.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm traveling about 85 miles an hour. Sorry, I'm trying to be obedient and not break the law.
Okay. Well, I hope you're not writing anything.
So, no, I haven't been writing a single thing. I was hoping you wouldn't call on me. I've been listening. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. I very much appreciate it.
You're welcome. And so you're the same thing goes, you know, you're welcome to send me a statement or whatever, and I'll take a look at it. And I'm going to put the recording out from today. It'll go out within 24 hours. So you guys will get a recording if you want to go back, and the chat doesn't come with it, but at least the words, you know, like you'll see and hear the conversation again if you have an interest to do that. So I appreciate you joining us today.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you. Sorry, I've been driving for the last 3 hours. So.
All good. Hope you get where you're going safely. Thanks for being safe.
My pleasure. Almost home.
Okay, good. All right, let's see. Who else? Where did Joan go? She was here. She's gone. Okay. I don't see her, so. All right, well, I think that I was able to at least touch on each of you. Who has a question, concern, consideration, anything else? No snide remarks, please. It'll hurt my woo feelings. But anyway, I'm grateful for you guys for coming today. I hope it helps. I want you to be madly successful. Because I really believe I cannot fulfill my mission here without you. So I want to do whatever I can to help you guys. And so do send me your statements so I can take a look at them. Send them to me at the soar.com/Rhonda Boyle. And I would love to see them. And if you have something crazy, miraculous happen in the next 24 to 48 hours, I want you to report back to me and let me know. I get these calls back all the time. You won't believe what happened. And I'm like, well, of course I will. Because that's how powerful you are in creating. You guys know how to do this, and you have everything you need inside of you. So anyway, happy to work with you guys. Let me know what you need. And with that, I'm going to be off and go take care of my invalid husband in the other room. I'm going to make sure he's still okay. I haven't heard any peeps coming in from the other room, so I think he's going to be fine. Anyway, do I still have the LOA Facebook group? I do. I have a Facebook group, and I'm not really active in it. It's LOA Hack. If you want to type in Facebook LOA Hack, you'll actually find it, and you'll find tips and tricks and things that I do over there. I just haven't been active over there, but it's got a lot of stuff and a lot of posts. You can also find me inside of the Very Best You group on Facebook. That's my private group that has to do with StrengthsFinder. And I think we've got about, 1,500 people over there that are always looking to grow and learn. And so you're welcome to join me over there. And if you are not yet a SOAR Pro member, I would love to talk to you about that. And you can go to, let me think for a second, where you can actually go to my web. This is not the right address because I think you have to put in the HTTPS and all that. In fact, I think it's HTTPS. Is that, no, let me think. How does that go? Is it / www.soar.rhondaboyle.com. Go check that out. I think this is the right one, but I may have it backwards. No, I do have it backwards. Look at that. HTTPS / So go take a look over there and find me. If you want more information about SOAR, I'd love to talk to you about that, going pro, because we are all about collaboration, and expand is my word of the year. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And I am ready to take you with me. So let's go. That's what I'm saying. My activator's ready to go. Bye, Joe. All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you soon. Appreciate all of you.